like to speak to the people who have either been affected by incarceration, you know somebody who's been incarcerated, or you yourself have been incarcerated. I want to tell you directly, you are more than the worst thing you've ever done. And I think that the world is a better place when we stop throwing people away. And I think when you invest in people that have been thrown away, and you show some love and some compassion, you'll be amazed at what you can see happen.
And that's the mission Patrick Davis and his wife Sarah have been living by means of the creation of the Fringe Coffee House, which is an epic indoor street gallery and coffee shop that implements a year-long re-entry program for people who come out of the prison system. It's about encouraging dignity and self-worth by humanizing the rehabilitation process for those on the fringe of society.
A lot of these people, including myself, we had never been given the tools to do what we're passionate about in a healthy way, right? And so I think part of our program here is, we know most people are not, this is not their dream in life to be a barista, but as they work through that year, it's having conversations with them, having meetings with them, creating a reentry plan, and finding out what's that thing that makes you feel most alive, and how can you use that to make money, and how can you use that to make the world a better place. And I think that is the crux of what it means to do what you were made to do.
It's a lot of social integration, teaching financial literacy classes, GED tutoring, parenting classes, and more. But in addition to working with adults, under the same roof is a full studio space to learn video production, music, and art for the youth. It's designed to reach the at-most kids to get them off the street. So between the studio, kids area, inspirational wall art, and simply the really good coffee, the Fringe Coffee House is investing in people to make them whole. And when it comes to investing, it's important to note that Patrick and Sarah spent their entire life savings on this project, and they hope that it continues to only grow from here.
The future, God willing, we'd love to see one of these in every major city in Ohio. And we want them to be owned by our employees. So when we were looking at launching this to begin with, we thought, the question we kept coming back to is, how can we, in the best way possible, the most efficient way possible, how can we empower people the most? Like, I don't want to enable people. I don't want to just, coddle people and just, create some insulated environment where they don't grow, but how can we really, truly, truly empower people? I love to see the Fringe in Cincinnati. I love to see it in Dayton, Cleveland, where I'm from, because there's people getting out of prison from all over the state that need this. There's youth that are on their way to juvenile prison and getting in trouble that don't have a community space like this, don't have a studio to come to. And I think we can break, I know we can break statistics and generational cycles.
Wow, Allie, I absolutely love everything about this place. And so talk to us a little bit about how you felt being there.
Yeah, I felt like I had a lot of different first impressions, and right out the gate, I mean, this is way deeper than a cup of coffee, right? We're talking about fighting some serious adversity and really investing in people. So I'll get to the space in a second, but I kind of want to get back to Patrick's story, which I didn't really elaborate too much in the piece. But while he was incarcerated, he had that moment where, unfortunately, his brother passed. And when his brother passed, he had a moment there that he knew that he wanted to change his life and turn it around. And hearing his story was just very, very inspirational. And that's kind of what has led to Patrick and Sarah opening up this coffee shop to extend, to kind of debunk the misconceptions and build confidence in these people and give them a second chance. As far as the space itself, it really was epic. That's how he described it. There is artwork all on the walls with inspirational quotes and sayings, and all of those artworks and all of those pieces are done via people who have a story and have a past of incarceration or some sort of a family member. In addition to that, what is also sparked my attention was the studio that he's building for the kids. That has to be highlighted. So if you might know someone or a youth that might be able to get involved or should get involved, all you need to do is reach out over social media, and they're willing to listen and help. A lot of great programs happening. And I do want to add the coffee is also really, really good. So if you're going to just work there, it's a really, really great, pleasant, bright space. They use Yield coffee. They use Mark's bagels. And it's just a great, great mission and something that I truly feel like I have not seen before in a lot of the segments I've done.
Well, thank you so much, Allie, for bringing us the story. Hey, for you at home, we'll be right back.